What is up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Black Friday. I'm currently filming this on Black Friday day. Hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's Blu-ray hunt in the United States. Today we're back in Canada, and there's a local record store called The Beat Goes On, and they're having a 30% off sale. Everything used, Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, good prices, you know, $13, $14, $15 4Ks, 30% off of that is a pretty decent deal. So we're going to check out a few locations. I'm hoping to check out Oakville, Burlington, and Guelph, but we'll see how the day goes. Let's go check out some Black Friday movie deals. Let's go. We're at the first location. It's starting to snow. You can't really tell in the video, but we got the first location here. Beat Goes On. Hopefully we find something cool. 30% off. There's also video games too, so. It's the same as Alright, voiceover mode. They had a lot of really loud indie rock music, but here is their little tiny 4K section. 30% off some stuff, so let's check out, see what they got already. Something that piques my interest. Baby Driver 4K for, what is that, $11? I'll pick that up for sure. We got Kingsman. Was tempted to pick this up, but not a big enough discount for me to justify picking it up physically, especially without the slipcover. Then we got Expendables for $9. For $10, I'll pick that up for sure. Love the first movie. Not the extended cut, but oh, I hate this. They put the poster over the movie section, so I'm trying to like record for you guys and also try to pick through to see if there's anything cool. Meg 2 on 4K with the slipcover, pretty cool. 2 copies of Morbius that I was actually tempted to pick up, but look at this. Loki 4K Steelbook, someone already sold it in, so that's interesting. I wonder why someone sold it in. We got Scoob with the slipcover, Rocky 4K, Shazam with the slipcover, Spider-Man Far From Home with the slipcover, pretty cool. And then we got Mario 4K, the movie with the slipcover, but I already picked it up in the US for $9, so couldn't pick that up just for the slipcover because I already made my own. Venom, also kicking myself over that I picked it up for so expensive when you can just find it anywhere. I thought it was out of print, so that's why I paid like $30 at Sunrise Records like a couple years ago for it. Transformers Rise of Beasts, it was $12 on Walmart a few days ago, so that's why I skipped out on that. Hobbs & Shaw, $10 for the 4K. I'll check it out, Hobbs & Shaw. I'm not really a big fan of Fast and Furious, but I heard it was okay, pretty good action movie with Jason Statham. Love me some Jason Statham anyways. Here we got Last of Us 4K Crazy, that this just came out a few months ago too. Then looking at this, I think this is Endgame or maybe Infinity War. I think it was Endgame for the 4K Steelbook, very cool. And then Bad Guys, heard good things about it, but wasn't discounted enough for me to pick it up today, so I passed up on that. Boss Baby, really discounted. I think it's $12, so 30% off of that, really cheap, but I didn't have to pick it because it's Boss Baby. And here is the Blu-ray section. Was tempted to pick up a few things, especially some Christmas movies on Blu-ray. It's just I was mainly focusing on 4Ks today, so I didn't end up picking anything. But I saw this really cool Batman entire animated series set that I've been meaning to check out. But for $80 used, I think I can get it a better price brand new, so I ended up putting it back. Here we got the Locked Behind Quarters. So we got the Zombie Dawn of the Dead 4K with a rare slipcover that they put that shitty sticker on, which is a death of me. Same with this, what was that, Mantalab or something like that? Drive Blu-ray Steelbook. I was kind of hoping to see the Ingmar Bergman set on Blu-ray. I know Alex sold it back. I was hoping to see it for 30% off, but they didn't have it there. Here is the normal Steelbook section. We got some 4Ks, we got some Blu-rays, and another copy, a 4K Steelbook of Loki. I wonder why people don't like the series that much. Why would they buy it for? It was because it was expensive, so I don't wonder why someone bought it and then just sold it back. Here's this beautiful Friday the 13th Part 1 Steelbook with the original theatrical cover. Looks really cool. I wish we got it for the 4K, but you know what? The 4K Steelbook looks pretty cool too by itself as well. And then just looking at this nice little Civil War Steelbook, but it's just a Blu-ray, and I'm not really too keen on owning MCU films physically, so I ended up passing up on that. And obviously, you gotta check out every time this is sale a Serbian film on Blu-ray for $50. No, thank you. Hey, we're at the first location. Pretty successful. Got about a TV season and 3 4Ks. So, what do you think, Ali?
Cool. You could have streamed it.
Could you? Actually, could you? No, I'd have to buy a streaming service.
Yeah.
Wah. Anyways, on to the next location. All right, location 2. Hopefully, there's some joys to be found. All right, here we got the little Criterion section here. Nothing too interesting here, but here we got the 4Ks. Some pretty decent stuff. I'm surprised Blue Beetle was already here. Some new superhero movies. $18. Not too bad. I heard it was actually pretty good, but I'm just not a fan of these newer DC movies. We got the Flash again. was an okay movie, but would I see myself watching The Flash again? I don't know. Then we got Goosebumps 2. I actually liked the first movie, but tried watching the second movie, wasn't a big fan of it. Independence Day, I rented that for the 4K to review for, liked it, so I ended up picking it up fully. And we got some Halloween and Halloween Kills on 4K with the slipcover, so that's pretty cool. Again, they put the poster over the movies, but I was able to flip it over. The Sadness Digibook on 4K, was tempted to pick it up, but it's Region B. I don't have a Region B player. I know, I don't want. But so I ended up putting it back. Really cool seeing the Magnificent Seven 4K with the slipcover. Really dinged up, but it's cool to see it in the wild, even though it is a Canadian version, so it's not as rare. And then we got the Meg and the Meg 2. Decided to pick those up because, you know what? I really love like schlocky big monster movies, so I decided to pick those up. Scream, Toy Story, I heard is a good 4K, but it really exposes the kind of pioneering of those really early CGI films, so it doesn't really look that good. Here we got the Steelbook section, some 4Ks, some Blu-rays, but nothing really too interesting that keened my interest, so I didn't end up picking up any of the Steelbooks today. All right, we're out of the second Beat Goes On location. We got a few 4Ks, a Blu-ray, so hopefully we can make it to the other one. We'll see how far it is, but until then, yeah. All right, here we are. Another Beat Goes On location. You excited? You excited, Ali? 30% off. I looked at the, because they have an online, what's it called, stock, so thankfully there was enough to justify going all the way to Hamilton, 2 cities over. Or is it 3 cities over, right? Yeah, 80. 3 cities over. All right, we're at the final Sunrise Records location. I didn't realize that they had the Back to the Future. I probably would have checked that out to see the price for that, but I didn't end up. Baby Driver, another copy of Baby Driver. Literally, I looked right next to it, so I'm surprised I didn't check it out. Boss Baby again. What's with the Boss Baby hatred? Is it that bad of a movie? Anyways, here we go. This is the biggest 4K section out of all of the locations that I've seen so far. Saw animated. Red Heat was cool. Rollerball, $40. Jesus Christ. Someone sold their H2O. That's really cool. I picked up that whole set just for H2O. Now someone just sold it for like $20. War of the Planet of the Apes, pretty good price for with the slipcover on 4K. Love that movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. Men in Black 4 movie collection, not a bad price, but I'm not the biggest fan. I like the first movie. Here we got the Superman set that was like, I think it was like $100. I'm like, I'd rather just buy it online. It's cheaper on Amazon right now. Then we got War Dogs, which I came here for, $10 on 4K. Decided to pick that up. Same with Tomb Raider. Love that movie in theaters. This is not a 4K, it's a Blu-ray. God dang it, put that back. Okay. Anyways, looking through Rough Night. I got a slipcover request for it, so I'm assuming there's people who like that. I'm looking back at this, I'm like, damn, $40? That's insane. Like, you can buy it brand new for like cheaper. So I'm surprised that they're still selling it for that. It's gonna sit there forever. Again, poster over the movies, which is a bit annoying, but it's whatever. Then we got Freaky, a pretty good price, especially after the 30% off discount, but I tried watching a bit of it on Netflix, and I just didn't really gel with the kind of, I guess, check flicky kind of Gen Z millennial humor. That's not really my shtick. And they got Godzilla for a pretty good price, showing that to my brother. And then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Halloween Trilogy, and got some of those Halloween 4Ks, which are pretty cool. John Wick, the whole trilogy for $30, 2% off that would be pretty cool. But I already own the 3 films. And then you got the 4th movie, Law Abiding Citizen, for a pretty good price. Decided to end up picking that up too. And then some other cool stuff here where we got, that's not a 4K, it's a 7 Blu-ray, but Man is a 4K. And then some, just looking at these other 4Ks, Mary Poppins sequel. Then we got the Meg and then the Marathon Man on 4K. Just looking through their 4K section, got some of those steelbooks. As you can see, another Loki Season 1 4K steelbook, crazy. Then you got Old, the 4K steelbook, which is pretty cool, but wasn't a fan of that movie and not a really good fan of that that artwork. Here we got the little Criterion section. Some okay things, but they did have, what's it called, Walker for like $50, so I ended up not picking that up. Okay, and we are back from Blu-ray hunting. Black Friday Blu-ray hunting in Canada. A lot better than I expected. But these aren't brand new 4Ks, as you saw. These are used 4Ks. So while we do have some sales, it really depends on your area, depending on the shop. Some shops have good deals. I know BMV, if you've seen my hunting videos in downtown Toronto, go to BMV, they had a sale, but it was like 10% off. Bay Street Video usually does a sale, but they didn't do one this year. A few other stores that usually do Black Friday sales, for some reason, didn't do it this year. So I had to rely on good old Beat Goes On, a local here in Southern Ontario, Canada. They do online sales, but the sale, like the actual sale, like the discount sale, was only in store and for 1 day, so I had to make sure I covered some ground. I went to 3 locations, as you saw. I went to the Oakville location, the Burlington location, and the Hamilton location. So overall, got a big stack of 4K Blu-rays, a lot for $10, a couple of $11, some $9, and a few $13. So overall, I wanted to spend mostly less than $15 or $14 per 4K, and I did pretty well, as you saw. And I got a Blu-ray, so that's pretty cool. I did make some exceptions, but for the most part, I got a lot of $10 4K stuff, so that was really cool. As you can see, here is the final stack. A pretty good haul for what is almost a dead holiday here in Canada. Even like normie stuff, like video games. There was no video game sale. There was no like clothing store sales. There was none of that, so it was crazy. And it was a PD day for kids here in Canada, or at least here in the Peel Region School Board. So the kids were off, so it was a lot of traffic. So thankfully, I was able to get as many as I could. Starting off with, we got here an $11 4K, and that is Aquaman. Yes, Jason Momoa in Aquaman. The second one's coming out soon. I've heard good things about the transfer. I heard the HDR and the Dolby Vision, I believe, is in this. Yeah, the Dolby, no. Is there Dolby Vision? There is Dolby Vision. I heard the Dolby Vision is absolutely beautiful, and especially on my OLED, it's going to pop. And honestly, it's not even that bad of a film. It's fun, it's dumb, but like, it has that kind of early 2000s superhero feel, but in a good way. Very cheesy, but some pretty good action, really cool shot sequences and set designs and that kind of stuff. I guess the only drawback is Amber Heard is in this, but you got Dolph Lundgren, Willem Dafoe. I forgot Dolph Lundgren was in this. Really? Nicole Kidman, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Nicole Kidman, Patrick Wilson, Dolph Lundgren, Willem Dafoe, and of course, the Daddy Dafoe, obviously, and you got Momoa. So that is really, really cool. No slipcover, but for $11, I'd pick that up. But I want to see it, the second one, in the IMAX. So to have this on 4K, maybe I can make a little cool custom slipcover for $11. Had to pick up Aquaman on 4K. Overdue, but I think I have every Snyderverse. No, I don't have the, what's it called? Catwoman, not Catwoman, but Wonder Woman 89. I don't, 84, 89. I don't have that, but I think I have basically everyone. I have Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. I don't have The Flash, but I didn't like that movie, so I wouldn't justify me buying that again or watching that again, let alone paying. I think they had it, but it was for like $20 or $18. I'm like, I don't see myself watching that movie ever again, you know, because sometimes when it comes to dumb action movies, even though I guess The Flash is a dumb action movie, but there's a lot of too much comedy, and the writing I didn't like, and it was very annoying. I did like Michael Keaton's Batman in it, but besides that, it's like, meh. All right, now we got a $10 4K, and we got here the 2014 Godzilla on 4K, so it's 30% off of $14.99, so that's like $10.50. So Godzilla. I saw this in the theaters. I absolutely loved it. I haven't seen it since, like, what was that, like almost a decade ago. You know, I saw Godzilla, and then I was slowly watching the whole MonsterVerse. Like, I saw Skull Island in theaters, and I thought it was pretty good. And then I saw, what's it called? Godzilla vs. Kong. And I think now there's Godzilla X Kong that's coming out soon, so... Oh, and then Godzilla King of Monsters, I absolutely hate with a burning passion. The writing on the characters are so bad. The only thing that saved it was Skarsgård. Wasn't it Alexander Skarsgård? I think he's the only one who saved the movie, but for the most part, the writing of Millie Bobby Brown and her mom, so stupid. How is she not being arrested for crimes against humanity, for releasing these huge monsters that kill tens of thousands of people? She is the reason why tens of thousands of innocent people are killed and nothing happens to her. So I will never watch. But the kaiju fights, oh, so good. But like, I'd have to find King of Monsters for like really big discounts for me to justify just buying the 4K just to watch big kaiju action. But if I'm in the mood for it, Godzilla vs. Kong was actually a pretty okay movie. The writing wasn't as bad. It was still a bit bad, but the 4K is great on it, and for Godzilla vs. Kong, and so I'd rather just watch that instead of King of Monsters. But again, King of Monsters has some great bad action scenes, but I can't watch it. But yeah, Godzilla, doesn't really have, you're gonna get some good kaiju stuff, but it's not like, oh, I mean, you get, like, Bryan Cranston's the best thing about this movie, and he's really barely in it. I'm not gonna spoil because, you know, if some people haven't watched this, it came out like a decade ago, but he's not really in the movie that much. You have some good characters, the writing is pretty decent, and it's a fun movie, you know. Like, I remember watching this in IMAX, and when Ken Watanabe was like, Gogeta, everyone was like, whoa! So usually I hate in movies when everyone pops. Like that's why I never watch Marvel movies day one. But when it happened here, it was pretty fun. And then next up, we got another $11 4K, which is a movie I also saw in theaters that I haven't seen since, and that is Lara Croft's Tomb Raider. My opinion, better than the original. I mean, I love Alicia Vikander. She's such a Class A actress in it. So I haven't seen it since like, what, 2017, 2016 when it came out, or 2018, wow. Yeah, I love this movie. I'm excited to check it out after watching The Green Knight and having a rediscovered appreciation for Alicia Vikander. I was like, oh yeah, she was in Tomb Raider. So can't wait to check that out for 11 bucks. Heck yeah, that's the 4K collection. Now another $10 4K we have here is War Dogs. I've seen clips about it. It seems pretty cool. Miles Teller, Jonah Hill. So I really don't know much about this film. Directed by Todd Phillips. Okay. Interesting to see. I think it's like takes place in the 80s, I believe. I could be very wrong. War Dogs, don't really know much about it. That's why I picked it for 10 bucks on 4K. Now here we got a couple $8 4Ks, which is really, really cool. I'm not going to put $8 4Ks on the thumbnail. I could. It's a pretty good title because I'm not lying. I did get these for $8 Canadian. So it's like, what, $5 4K, but or US, and that is Red 1 on 4K. I did buy the Blu-rays recently for like dirt cheap, but for 4K, I'm sure I'll pick that up. Red, I still haven't watched it, Retired and Extremely Dangerous. And then they also have the sequel for $8 as well, Retired and Extremely Dangerous Part 2. Huge cast. I heard it's dumb fun. I heard the action's actually pretty decent, so we'll check it out. Now here's the $13 4K, still pretty good under my $15 4K budget, and that is Law Abiding Citizen on 4K. Heard really good things about it. I have it on Blu-ray, but I just haven't gotten around to checking it out because I have so many movies and I'm just, you know, trying to catch up on that kind of stuff. But fast-paced, gripping and provocative. Gripping and provocative. Starring Jamie Foxx and Jerry Butler. But yeah, Law Abiding Citizen. Heard really good things about it. My dad's like, oh, you should watch this movie, so picked it up. Now the only standard Blu-ray that I got for $7, that is Ripper Street Season 1. I've been on a serial killer Jack the Ripper kick. I recently watched that Michael Caine mini-series, and that was really good. And I heard this is really good, starring Matthew McFadyen, who's known in Succession, who's actually British in this, even though he does an American accent in Succession, but I'm excited to check this out. Heard really good things about it. Heard it's pretty historically accurate, so... And it comes with a slipcover, dude. Hell freaking yeah. They had season 4 that didn't have a slipcover, but I don't want to get all of them without checking out the first season first. For $7, I mean, yeah, for HD, get to watch it on my big TV. Because usually when it comes to TV shows, I usually just watch on my phone while I'm relaxing before I go to bed. But I heard this was really good, and I heard, you know, it's pretty schnoozy. So, Ripper Street on Blu-ray with the slipcover. Heck freaking yeah, it comes with 2 discs, I believe. So, yeah, disc 1 and disc... So, I think it's 2 episodes each, right? Or something like that. And it comes with bonus features, too, with documentaries and that kind of stuff. So, that is very cool. Yeah, can modern forensic science solve the Jack the Ripper case? London Calling. So, this is... I get a really good season of a really good show, plus a couple documentaries of things I'm really excited about. For $7, that's a pretty good schmacking deal. And now for $11, I picked up a 4K that wasn't the greatest. I rented this out first. It was still a pretty decent transfer. I think I gave this like a 6.5, a 7 out of 10 when it comes to the visuals. But I did really like this movie, and I wanted to get it in the collection. Whenever I watch a movie and I like it, I'm putting it in the collection because my collection is a visual representation of my taste in films. For the most part, sometimes I'll blind buy shitty movies and I'll find out it's shitty after I watch them, after I blind bought them, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? But Independence Day, 4K. Love this movie. And even though there's a 4K stream of it on Disney Plus and it looks pretty good there, I just wanted it in the collection. So, and it's a pretty hefty boy. It comes with the 4K and then the 20th anniversary Blu-ray and the 20th anniversary bonus discs. So that is pretty cool, and I can sell off my Blu-ray. And now an $11 4K that actually came with a slipcover. It is pretty dinged up, but a slipcover is a slipcover nonetheless. That is the original Meg, the Meg on 4K. I remember this came out the last year I was working at the theater, and I heard it was dumb fun. Stars Jason Statham, Lee Bingbing, I don't know what that is, Rainn Wilson, and Ruby Rose. So yeah, I heard it was fun. I love shark movies. I love movies that take place on water. It's a bit of a comfort film for me, those like water movies, and I just love this picture. Oh, that looks fan-freaking-tastic. Some of the, like, that looks, like, I love this slipcover. Like, this is a great one. And then, of course, they had to rip it off with the sequel, with the Meg 2, but they got dinosaurs in this. Excuse me? I haven't seen anything about this. I haven't heard anything about it. It came out a couple months ago, right? But I got it for 18 bucks. Not the greatest, but still pretty cheap. Used with the slipcover. That's in pretty good condition. They had a few copies of the Meg 2, so I guess it's not a good movie, but I just love these dumb movies, because one of my favorite things was when I'm an OG Netflix guy, and they'd have these shitty Megalodon versus Tyrannosaurus Rex versus Octagon pussy, like octopus like thing, and I just love those movies. But to see like a big budget movie starring Jason Statham, like these Asylum type really shitty schlocky monster fest movies, like I'm like really excited to check these out. I do have the Meg on Blu-ray, which I still haven't checked out yet, but and then we got a $10 4K, which I'm surprised to see it being 10 bucks. I don't know if this was a cheaper release when it came out, but the slipcover is dinged up to shit. So I'll probably make a new one for myself, because I really don't like the slipcover. And that is Smile on 4K. I know there's a steelbook out there, so probably someone bought the steelbook and then just sold this. But like, damn, this is like really messed up slipcover. Where'd you get this from? Look at that. Damn. Where'd you get this from? Sunrise Records? Jeez. If you know Sunrise Records, like all of their slipcovers are all dinged to shit. So I heard this is the dumbest movie ever made, one of, but I heard it's also like some pretty good scares, like really like dumb jump scares. And like I'm down for some dumb jump scares, and you know, this is a very modern horror movie, like the most. When you think of modern horror film, right? All those tropes, all those like cheesy lines and those kind of things, and that's basically the physical embodiment of what this movie is. So Smile on 4K Blu-ray for 10 bucks. I'll check it out for 10 bucks, especially on 4K Blu-ray. So yeah, and I think it was like expensive when it first came out. And now another $10 4K, and that is Hobbs and Shaw. I'm pretty sure I don't need to watch any of the other Fast and Furious movies to understand these movies. I could be very wrong, but I'm trying to get into Fast and Furious, right? Everyone loves it so much. I heard it's dumb fun action, and I love me some dumb fun action. So for 10 bucks, Hobbs and Shaw, I heard it was actually a pretty good like just action movie in general. So also starring Jason Statham. I don't have so many Jason Statham movies that I bought today. But yeah, Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. This was the one, I remember Tyrese, one of the guys from the original Final Fantasy, Fast and Furious, was like really pissed off that he didn't get to star in this or something. But anyways, and then we got another, we got $11 4K. I love this movie. I think I've only seen it twice. Once when it first came out, and then once when I was with my friends, but we were drinking, so I don't think I really remembered much about it. Half of this cast is canceled, by the way, and that is Baby Driver on 4K. Now, this is the early days of the Sony 4K, so it has this goddamn clipper case. These clipper cases are the death of me. Same with the, what's it called? Same with these copies of Red and Red 2. They had the damn clipper cases, so thankfully Sony stopped doing that. But yeah, Baby Driver on 4K Blu-ray. Love this movie. I think this is my only Edgar Wright 4K. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is the only Edgar Wright movie I own on 4K. And I love this movie. So they had a steelbook out there, but I don't like the steelbook design. So went up with the OG 4K Blu-ray. No slipcover, but I just make my own. And I have a design out there. So Baby Driver 4K, 10 bucks or 11 bucks. Hell freaking yeah. And then we got this. I haven't played the video game version of it yet. This is based on the first video game, but I've heard really, really good things about this. And I got it for like 28 bucks. That is The Last of Us Season 1 on 4K Blu-ray. It comes, and it's pretty stacked. It comes with, oh, a lot of loose discs here. Jesus Christ, a lot of loose discs. I hate these like really small peg gatefold things. So, and it comes with, oh geez, this keeps popping out. How many discs does it come with? It comes with 4 discs. So that is very, very cool. 2 episodes per disc, so barely any compression. Again, heard really good thing, and it comes with a slipcase too. Heard really good things about it. For 28 bucks, I'll check it out. It'll probably be discounted even more by the time I get to it, but you know, it's nice to have it in the collection. And then next is a movie I spent a bit too much on looking back on this, but I love the first 2 movies in this series. I got this for $14, so still under that $15 limit, and that is Transporter 3 on 4K Blu-ray. Again, that damn Clipper case. Lionsgate and Sony had those really cheap Eco-Light cases that I hate so much. They just feel disgusting. But yeah, Transporter 3 on 4K Blu-ray. I have the first 2 on Blu-ray. I love the first 2 movies, so I'm surprised. I haven't seen the third one yet though, but then I was surprised to see it was on 4K. So yeah, Transporter 3, another Jason Statham movie. And then another Jason Statham movie, and I got this for 10 bucks, and that is the original Expendables on 4K. Now, they did have, when I went to the US, they did have the Steelbook versions of these. I'm not the biggest fan of those Steelbooks, so... And I was looking out for that 3-pack or that 4-pack, but whatever, I'll get it when I get it. But for the time being, I got Expendables on 4K. This is still my favorite of the series, because it knew it was like, whoa, look at all these great action heroes, but the writing was pretty good, directed by Sylvester Stallone. I have the director's cut on Blu-ray, and that was pretty good, so I don't really know the difference between the theatrical version. I'm assuming this is the theatrical version. I could be wrong. The movie only. Sylvester Stallone stars as Barney Ross. I think this is just the theatrical version, so I don't know if this will be as good as or maybe this will be worse than the director's cut that I have on Blu-ray, but who knows. But yeah, the Expendables on 4K Blu-ray for 10 bucks. Freaking yeah. So those were the pickups of the day for Black Friday. I really appreciate you guys sticking along with me, and I was able to find some good stuff, so thank you for hunting with me. If you enjoyed this hunting video, please make sure you like and subscribe, because I have been Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Again, this is your second reminder to like and subscribe, because it's free and it means a whole lot to me. Anyways, catch y'all on the flip side. Please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. Please stay safe and God bless. Peace, cheers, long and physical media. See you guys.